Hey guys, Figurecraft here, and today we're going to be going over issues 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the Titanic Hatcher model, and show you all the stuff that I've done to improve it from what you get it in stock. So first up is issue 1. Let me find the booklet here. Okay, in issue 1, on the original Titanic, this is what it looks like when it comes in stock. They've left out a whole lot of extra detail here. So, let me go over this. Here's mine. And here's what you would normally get. So, for starters, we'll be going over the paints I used, the stuff that I used to fix the boat. We're going to be going over a lot of stuff here. First up is what I want to address is in the real ship, from what I've seen online of pictures and stuff like that, and I've downloaded pictures offline to show me how to get this thing together. Right in here are like two little metal plates underneath the steam winches that goes right here. That's not included in the model. I made that myself. This is cardstock paper cut out and glued onto the deck and painted. So I'll set that down there. This is the cardstock I use. Premium cardstock. You can usually get this out of Walmart. It's thick paper. So I've got that. The paint that I used to paint the cardstock is this one right here. Dark gray gloss acrylic paint. The bollards looked like to me were the right color, so I left them the gunmetal color. The capstans came in white. I painted them with a samurai sword right here for the silver, and then gold for the tops. And here's the samurai sword paint that I used. It's a plaid FX armor metallic, and its name is, give me a few seconds here and I'll get it focused for you. Right there, samurai sword. I got this from a Hobby Lobby. That's the paint that I used to fix the captains on one part. And then the next paint that I used on the capstans is Tester's Gold. Yeah, the paint's gotten over top of it, but it's just gold. That's what I used to fix the capstans on my boat. And then right in here, the little steam valves come in white. I painted this the samurai sword color. These two outside ones. This right here has been painted with like a little brown paint down here for the little, what do you call it? I'm not sure what the part is, but for the bottom part of the steam valves. And then the top is painted with that gold that I showed you. Let me focus here. Keeps us in focus. And this little color right here, let me set this down, is this color right here I used. Well, come on, focus. Focus. There we go. Flat brown burn testers. That's what I used. The cargo hatch comes in blank. There's nothing on the cargo hatch. It's just a solid blank cargo hatch. So I took that cardstock paper. I made some paper hatches and paper hinges, and made some paper portholes. Just took a black Sharpie marker and colored the portholes in. I painted the cargo hatch around the bottom of it like that samurai sword color. The steam winches, I used a green paint and left the pulleys black. And on the outside of the pulleys is green. I'll show you the green paint. that I used. The green paint that I used is this right here. That's the green paint that I used for the steam winches. And then the black is this right here. Flat black testers. That's the black that I used. The breakwaters were they come in gray. When you get the model, they come in like the like a gray color. I painted that with white paint. This is the white that I used. You just get it in focus. Flat white. I use flat white to paint these breakwaters, and I use that that brown burn paint to do the little support beams for the breakwaters. I use some more cardstock paper here to make these 4 little squares on top of this skylight. Looks like it's more hatches. I detailed that up with more cardstock paper. And you can't even tell that it's paper. It looks like it was part of the boat. And there's the anchor. Now the adhesive stuck down to the deck, but it looked like it was threatening to peel up on me, and at some points it did peel up on me. So to get this deck on, focus. To get this deck on, this wood deck, I used a disposable brush, which I keep washing it with hot water, and it keeps getting the glue out. And I used Gorilla wood glue. You can usually find this at Walmart, to glue the wooden deck down. And now this wooden deck ain't going to be going nowhere. This wooden deck is on the boat to stay. To get the cargo hatch on, because in the instructions it advises you to glue down the cargo hatch. The glue that I used is this right here. I got this off of, I was going to order it off Amazon, but it would have took too long to come in. It was overseas, but I found a seller that was located in North Carolina on eBay. So I bought this from eBay. This is the Tamiya extra thin cement. The bottle is glass. And then after the wood glue was stuck down, I had to go throughout the holes and drill out the hose. So I have this little micro drill. There's more bits in here, but I got this little micro drill. That way, these little holes like right here, I can just take it and just put it down in there to open up the holes that has glue still left in there. So I use that. The paint brushes that I used, or paint brushes that I've collected up over the years, I got this right here. I think this came from a Dollar General store or somewhere else. I can't really exactly remember, but I think that's where that came from. This right here came from Walmart. There's just other brushes in here that got mixed in it. This right here I ordered off of Amazon. They've never even been used yet. But I ordered these off Amazon. These cost me about like I think it's or not Amazon. These came from Walmart. My bad, Walmart. They came from Walmart. Walmart.com. I think it's $14 I ordered this, and I got the paint brushes, and I got, oh, I can't remember what came with it. My brain ain't, oh yeah, 2 glues. 2 glues came with it. It's like a bundle online. But that's issue 1. And right there's the issue 1 to Titanic Hatcher. And my update on it. Yeah, with these videos, instead of build videos, I'm going to be doing it After I build it, I talk about it, what I think about how it went together. Basically like a review of how I think it went together, what I think about it. Because it's just too hard for me to record as I'm building. Here's issue 2 is right here. These two pieces are issue 2. These two pieces are issue 4. But here's issue 2 and 4. Now, this right here, real metal. I'm not sure what metal, though. I've been trying to figure that out. But I do know a magnet will not stick to this. I've tried strong magnets. They won't even stick to this metal. And here's the bracers at the back. Now, one thing with mine I've noticed right here at the front. I can get that zoomed in. At the front, it's not, you know, going together all the way, but if I do a little bit of push, it'll go back in place. But I'm thinking as soon as I get the other half of the boat, it'll pull these two metal pieces in a line because they're not that far off. Gap-wise, I don't really see a gap in here much. Maybe right there a little bit, but I think as the boat goes together, all this will pull together. So that ain't an issue for me. But that's issue 2 and 3. Went together good. The screws went together good. Had to use a little bit of 3-in-1 oil to get some screws in because they were being stubborn. And then the last one, which is issue 3, which I'm still working with this one. I've got it together. But I had major problems out of this one. I got the engine. Right here you can see the engine isn't quite wanting to snap all the way together for me. Because the reason why, one of these sides was morphed on mine. Like it was this one right here, I think it was. Or no, this one. Is this one right here. It was like this, tilted down that way on one side while the other one was straight. And I had to basically do some pulling force and pull it up and snap it together. And after I did that, you can see here, if I can get a good view, yeah. You can see here, some engines are still wanting to try to threaten to pull apart, like they didn't snap all the way together like they're supposed to. But it's holding good so far right now. So I'm hoping that when more of the engine gets put together, these pieces will eventually be drugged back into alignment and it'll stay. Another thing I've noticed too, that this right here, this bar back here, it keeps falling out of the hole that inserts into. But that's only because the rest of the engine pieces ain't here. Once the rest of the engine pieces gets here and locks this thing into place to where this thing won't move, it should be good. And then you can see it turns. There's the little pistons moving. Little pistons are moving, you can see. Now I'll show you what I meant by down here. See that little hole? This little bar just inserts in there. You can see it right here from the other side. This little bar inserts in there. And they advise you to glue this gear on. The glue that I used is this right here. It's basically women's nail glue, but it works really good. Because I've noticed here lately when I've been picking up super glue from like stores or anything like that, I usually pick up a bad batch, or it's, you know, it's all goopy and it won't stick to nothing, and it won't even stick to you. You can literally take your fingers and like that, it doesn't even have any stick. So I figured out from my friend that pick up this brand that's called Kiss Brush On Nail Glue. This stuff works excellent. This is really strong glue. So I had my family pick that up for me. But that stuff works excellent, and I use that on the little gear right here. And this gear ain't going nowhere now. Okay, this right here, this bar thing right here that these things are clipped onto, this is metal. The pistons are plastic. Inside the pistons are plastic. These support pillars right here, the stands for the engine, this is metal. all the way right through here, this is metal. This up here is plastic. And these are plastic. And this gear's plastic. So, yeah, you get quite a good bit here. And then these two little pieces right here that's at the bottom of the engine, these are plastic pieces, just screwed in place. But you're getting some pretty good metal with this model. As you're building it, you're getting a lot of metal. And all this metal is going to add up to the boat and give it weight. I'm not sure how heavy the boat's going to be when it's all finished and put together. But it's going to be pretty heavy, I say. So let me just get all my pieces situated here. Like I said, we're having trouble with that thing that came out of place again. Trying to get it back in its slot. There we go. And then we'll get issues 1. Set it there. Issues 2 and 4. And set it there. And then we'll pick up this camera. And here you go. Here's how much of the boat I have built so far. And I've got to say, for a Titanic model with real wood, real working lights, sounds, smoke, real working engines, it's a pretty good boat. I love it. I love building this boat. I never had a really high-grade Titanic model, and I know that there are a whole lot of imperfections in this model, but as I'm building mine, I'm going through correcting them. Like with the paints and stuff like that, things that ain't the right color, things that should be added that's not on the boat. I'm coming up with ways of making that stuff myself, because I don't have the money to buy extra photo etch or 3D printed parts. I don't have a 3D printer, and I don't have the money to spend to get these 3D printed parts. So I'm improvising my own method of making these things. So that's what I'm doing. But that's going to do it for this part of the Titanic Hatcher build, issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the 15th of this month, I'll be paying off my second shipment, which will be 6 more issues coming in the mail. I'm getting my model from Agora Models. And once I get the issues 5 to 10, we'll get them put together. I'll go through, like I did on this one, paint up the things that needs to be painted, fix up the things that needs to be fixed up, and then we'll do a review video of what I thought about the parts, how I think they look, and what needs to be improved. It's basically going to be like that. Not no build video or anything like that. I'm just going to have it built. I will do unboxing, showing what all comes in the box, and then I will do a video of it already being built, and I will talk about the methods that I went to get through this. Oh, and another method I forgot to mention too before in this video. People who's having trouble with getting your pistons to stay in place while you snap these two together, I have a solution for you. Just let me figure out what I did with it, and I will show you. But this solution worked really excellent for me. Hopefully it will for you. Okay. I have some Tamiya masking tape. You can pick this up from a Hobby Lobby or any of your local arts and crafting store. Tamiya masking tape. Before I snap these together, I did not even snap this metal bar onto the pistons. I left it off. I did this last. I just inserted the pistons. I took some masking tape, and I put the masking tape right here where the joint is. I put the masking tape right there, but didn't make it to where it was pulling down. I just had it up in the air. Wrapped the masking tape around one side of this right here. Went around the other side and wrapped it around. It was basically like that, and it was holding the pistons in place. And they did not move, and that gave me enough to snap this together while the masking tape was holding the pistons in place. And then after they're snapped in place, you can easily take the masking tape and pull the masking tape back off. That's my solution to getting these things in place. But I figured I'd share that with you. But it worked out really well. That was a great idea. So any of you who's having trouble, try this method. It really works. But until the next video, you all have a blessed one, and I will see you guys in my next one. And goodbye.